inside of it.
We see them everywhere. They live all around us, yet we ignore their existence. These are the homeless. With the impact of inflation on our economy, we have seen a rise in homeless numbers throughout the past years. Good evening. Tonight I am here with you, the HOPE through Divine Intervention Program, to talk about the homelessness epidemic in cities like Atlanta. As a healthcare worker, I see many homeless use and abuse healthcare resources weekly, admitting themselves into the emergency room for food, electricity, and a bed to sleep on. Most times we must force them to leave, and in most cases they will readmit themselves for more food or other resources that we offer. I believe that together we can conquer this epidemic with your help. Today you will be shown the importance of how we need to up our efforts in helping the homeless. Let's begin with the insights about how the homeless have taken over cities like Atlanta and why someone might end up in this situation. The public eye assumes the homeless are lazy or don't want to get a job, but many have gone down this path due to inflation or substance abuse. Statistics done by the National Alliance to End Homelessness in 2020 show that in Georgia, 10 out of every 10,000 are homeless, with the majority being in Atlanta. Totaling around 3,000 people, Atlanta makes up most of the homeless in Georgia. Homelessness can range from sheltered to unsheltered, including families, youth, and veterans. In an article in August of 2019 written by Brian Goldstone, an anthropologist, showed that Atlanta has one of the highest eviction rates in the country. Due to changes in the economy like inflation, it is becoming more challenging to afford housing, leading to an increase in homelessness all over the United States. Currently, there are 25 shelters in Atlanta, still leaving many on the streets. Though we think the homeless do not want to work, many jobs do require a permanent home address in order to hire. Next, we will move on to how we can help diminish homelessness. Everyone needs a support system, especially the homeless. A 2020 study based in California called the Project Welcomed Home found that permanent supportive housing is effective in high areas of homelessness. Though Atlanta offers programs for the homeless or those with low income, these waiting lists fill up quickly and are closed for months. Many choose to be homeless because of the lack of supportive housing in cities like Atlanta and throughout the country. An article written in May of 2022 by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution informs us about the $58 million that will go towards the fight against homelessness. With this money, Atlanta will be able to offer more affordable housing, build more shelters, and clean the streets. Homeless shelters can provide more than just a place to stay, including support groups and healthcare services. Now, we will move on to how shelters can be more helpful than providing a place to stay. With a decrease in homelessness, consider how it will influence crime rates, substance abuse, and the availability of healthcare resources. A study done in 2017 by the National Coalition for the Homeless shows the relationship between substance abuse and homelessness. Those who deal with substance abuse would rather spend what little they have on drugs or alcohol than finding help in their city. Many homeless shelters can help provide services such as substance abuse programs to help those in need. Many times, this sort of abuse is what leads to losing a job, family, or a home. The stereotype that we mainly see in movies involves a homeless person going into the grocery store, stealing food, hygienic supplies, but in reality, the homeless are victims of crime. An article written by David Brand in March of 2022 opens our view in bigger cities like New York, where many homeless people are targeted for their vulnerability. Being in an unsheltered environment increases the risk of being robbed or attacked while on the streets. This includes physical and sexual assault. As we conclude our time together, I wanted to share the importance of supporting the fight to end homelessness in cities like Atlanta. Today I shared the issues surrounding how people might become homeless and how homelessness influences substance abuse and crime rates. We have seen the impact of the economy leading to an increase on the streets. This leaves many shelters overcrowded and helpless against the number of homeless people. Finally, we can join together and stand against homelessness. Helping those off the streets is our primary goal. We should not judge those for being homeless. Anyone deserves a second chance to better themselves. Thank you.
Very good, Emily.